Good evening and thank you for joining us. The Airport Authority revealed in its annual report that it recorded a 50% increase in profit for the last fiscal year. Samantha Lee tells us more.
Since the lifting of COVID-19 restrictions, Hong Kong International Airport has been packed with travelers during long holidays. At the beginning of this year, the Airport Authority said passenger traffic reached 200,000 per day during peak times, which was at a pre-pandemic level. The Airport Authority has released its annual report for the fiscal year 2024-25, which reveals positive development in multiple areas. During the reporting period, the airport welcomed 54 million travelers, marking a 22% hike year-on-year. More than 373,000 flights took off and landed over the year, averaging more than 1,000 each day. The airport was named the busiest cargo airport in the world for the 14th time. The airport earned a profit of $2.4 billion last year, up 52% from 2023-24, following 3 years of losses during the pandemic. In order to build the third one-way, the Airport Authority has been collecting airport construction fees ranging from $90 to $180 from departing passengers since August 2016. The airport collected nearly a total fee of $2.9 billion from passengers last year, an increase of nearly 22%. The authorities still have $934 million in unused airport construction fees, which will be used to pay for the system development of the third one-way. With the airport making more money, some legislators suggested the fees could be adjusted. Samantha Lee, TVB News.
The results of this year's Diploma of Secondary Education Examination, or DSE, were out today. 16 top scores stood out among the 55,000 candidates, achieving the top grades in at least 7 subjects. Many of this year's top students are eyeing a medical career. Samantha Lee tells us more.
The best performer in this year's DSE was Wang Haibo, a male student at the Hong Kong Chinese Women's Club College. Dubbed the ultimate top scorer, he has attained 5 double stars in 7 subjects, as well as in mathematics extended part.
Study tips, I would say there's no shortcut for studying DSE. DSE is really about hard work, and also hard work. So the most important thing is to complete the past papers from the DSE and CE or even A-level. So from the past papers, you can know which concepts you are not good at, or which question types you need more training for.
The top student said he wished to study medicine, hoping to ease the shortage of doctors and give back to society. But he has yet to decide which university. The rest of the high flyers are from St. Paul's Co-Educational College, La Salle College, and Po Lan Kok Thong Nhok Tin College, among others. Wang Yuanting, a cross-border student who achieved 5 double stars in 6 subjects, is from Hong Kong Tourist Association Tang Hin Memorial Secondary School. She says it takes her an hour and a half to commute to her school from her Lo Wu home every day, adding that she reads news on the way in a bid to stay informed about current events. Early this morning, Secretary for Education Christine Choi went to a secondary school in Tai Po to show her support for the students. Some teachers offered counseling to students who did not do as well as expected. Choi told them that all roads lead to Rome, as there are other options besides the publicly funded universities. She said young people should consider what they are capable of and interested in. JUPAS applicants can modify their university program choices from Thursday to Sunday, while the placement results will be released on August 6th. Samantha Lee, TVB News.
The very hot weather warning is in force today, with the temperature reaching 35 degrees Celsius in many areas. Under the influence of an anti-cyclone loft, it was very hot in Hong Kong and across the coast of Guangdong. Meanwhile, the observatory expects an area of low pressure over the east of the Philippines to develop into a tropical cyclone. It is expected to move towards the vicinity of Luzon in the latter part of this week, and then enter the northern part of the South China Sea and intensify gradually, edging closer to the coast of southern China. The tropical cyclone will bring squally showers and thunderstorms to the coast of Guangdong between the weekend and early next week. U.S. President Donald Trump says he has agreed to lower tariffs on goods entering the U.S. from Indonesia from 32% to 19% in exchange for full access to the Southeast Asian country for American firms.
So they are giving us access into Indonesia, which we never had. That's probably the biggest part of the deal. And the other part is they are going to pay 19% and we are going to pay nothing. I think it's a good deal for both parties.
Trump says Jakarta has committed to purchasing 50 Boeing jets, $15 billion in energy, and $4.5 billion in agricultural products as part of the trade agreement with the U.S. He also explains that the deal was struck after he spoke with Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto. The 19% tariff is a significant reduction from the original 32% on Indonesian goods that was stated in a letter from Trump last week. The deal is among only a handful reached so far by the Trump administration ahead of an August 1st deadline for negotiations. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese visited the Great Wall on the fifth day of his China trip. He drew a comparison with former Prime Minister Gough Whitlam, who walked the wall in 1971, opening dialogue with Beijing before Australia's ally, the United States, had done so.
Australia has benefited from that. It certainly is understood here in China that was an early decision and was a decision that took courage. You know, it has made a difference to the relationship.
Albanese said his government's screening of foreign investment was not country-specific after Chinese Premier Li Qiang raised problems faced by Chinese companies seeking access to Australia. Albanese said foreign investment is viewed by Canberra on the basis of an objective assessment of its national interests. The Australian Prime Minister will end his China tour at Chengdu later this week. Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng delivered a keynote speech as the third China International Supply Chain Expo got underway. He reiterated there's no winners in a trade war and noted nations should respect differences in economic development levels. The vice premier blasted some countries' policy of bolstering manufacturing industries by imposing tariffs and restrictions. He said the move would lead to an increase in redundant construction of industrial and supply chains and lower the overall operational efficiency of the global economy. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, now in Beijing to attend the event, said officials told him China is open and stable and welcomes investment from foreign companies. Huang also addressed the Expo's opening ceremony, hailing China's role in pioneering artificial intelligence with a pledge to work with Chinese partners to create a prosperous future in the AI generation.
The heroes of China's super-fast innovation are your researchers, developers, and entrepreneurs. More than 1.5 million developers in China build on NVIDIA today to bring their innovations to life. Models like DeepSeek, Alibaba, Tencent, Minimax, and Baidu ErnieBot are world-class, developed here and shared openly, have spurred AI developments worldwide. China's open-source AI is a catalyst for global progress, giving every country and industry a chance to join the AI revolution.
French Prime Minister François Bayrou has proposed scrapping 2 public holidays and freezing most public spending as part of a €43.8 billion budget squeeze. Bayrou's plan involves freezing welfare spending and tax brackets in 2026 at the previous year's levels, not even adjusting for inflation. The plan was immediately criticized by left-wing and far-right politicians. Defense spending, however, will increase. France saw its budget deficit hit 5.8% of GDP last year, nearly double the official EU limit of 3% of GDP. This as the political crisis left 4 successive governments paralyzed and incapable of tackling an unexpected drop in tax income and surge in spending for a second year. The two public holidays set to be cut will likely be Easter Monday and May 8th, which commemorates the end of the Second World War in Europe. Baihu said there are simply too many public holidays in May and the French must get back to work that month. The police arrested a 23-year-old man on suspicion of pushing a boy into the sea in To Kwa Wan last Saturday. The incident happened at the Hoi Shan Park Pier in To Kwa Wan. A 9-year-old boy was fishing with his mother at around 5 p.m. when he was suddenly pushed into the sea by a man from behind. The boy swam ashore on his own after suffering abrasions on his right hand and knee. He was sent to hospital for treatment and was later discharged. After checking CCTV footage, the police arrested a 23-year-old man at Suffolk Road in Kowloon Tong yesterday. They seized the clothes he is suspected of wearing at the time of the incident. The police said the arrested man did not know the boy. They added the man would later be charged with assault causing bodily harm. The annual Hong Kong Book Fair kicked off today at the Convention and Exhibition Center in Wan Chai, drawing crowds of eager book lovers. Some exhibitors hope their sales through the 7-day event can increase by around 10%. Before the annual book extravaganza kicked off at 10 a.m., nearly 100 people had already lined up outside. Once the gate was opened, book aficionados rushed in hoping to snap up their favorite titles. Among them was Mr. To, who has proudly claimed first place in line for 15 consecutive years. He said from queuing to entering the hall, everything moved faster with smoother arrangements overall. In line with the book fair's theme of the year, Food Culture, Future Living, one featured highlight is this publisher's collection of over 180 titles by renowned food critic and writer Chua Lam, who passed away last month.
He has many different kinds of books related to food themes, so we hope many people will miss him forever, and also through his books can know more about his experience.
Many students came in groups to enjoy the first day of summer break together and to hunt for good reads. This Form 3 student said while reading on electronic devices is more convenient, reading physical copies helps her retain knowledge.
It's very joyful because I have many books around me.
I try and come every single year, and I'm looking mostly for any literature books. It's actually much busier than I've seen.
Many books are debuted at the book fair. They include this English language fantasy novel by Hong Kong author Noletta Chu. Boasting 25 years of licensing experiences for IP characters, she hopes to leverage Hong Kong to introduce her book's characters to global readers.
I've been working with a lot of IP like Star Wars, Sesame Street, Little Prince. I know how powerful story will make into an IP. And that's why with my experience and with also Hong Kong global platform, I can grow this IP into international.
The book fair was first held in 1990. Anyone born in 1990 can enjoy free admission this year. Some exhibitors said the footfall on the book fair's first day rose around 10% and are expecting sales to increase by 10% overall. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.